Now let's start with interacting with the final product here, which is a dynamic form that is going to solicit from the end user all of the inputs which are taken into consideration by those homeowners insurance policy rules. I'm going to hit start and we'll see these various different inputs being requested from me, the end user. I have my basic information about the property itself, as well as maybe I have a replacement cost in mind of my property, which is used as part of the overall coverage pricing determination. Now, all of these different aspects of what I'm looking at, pretty much everything in this black box is all populated or informed by the outputs of a Corticon decision service. We'll be getting into that momentarily. But what I want to start with is just illustrate the dynamic aspect, or the real value here. So Alabama is one potential break where I might go down one set of pricing versus another. But let's stick with the defaults for now. And maybe I want to, again, stick with 100K for dwelling. And perhaps the escape of water, flood insurance is really my main concern as part of this policy. I'll select insurance deductible. Again, everything what's happening within this black box is being informed by calls to a Corticon decision service. Now, based upon the fact that I said the flood coverage, that I request flood coverage, I see I have $449 per year as my premium for flood coverage. Now, let's just refresh this quickly and start again. This time I'll do everything the same, but maybe I want to shift to somewhere where there might be a little bit less of a flood concern. Probably, say, in Iowa, I might have a lower concern about that. And if I continue and this time just stick with all the same options, then we'll see how I have switched to a different flood coverage based upon those input parameters. Now, let's do this one more time, but also show how we can dynamically render different fields based upon the selections made. So let's say I want to this time have jewelry coverage as well as electronics covered as part of my homeowner's policy. I'm going to select my insurance deductible again. And now I have my two follow-up questions specific to that type of policy. If I try to put in a letter, as I did there, before you could even see it, I got that error, which is just that HTML enforced validation. But that validation is being defined by virtue of the rules. The rules have stated to the front end to create a field that accepts only integers or only digits, and that will be used, say, for this final rendering of the output. So that is what we'll be showing here is the aspects of the pricing, the really underlying decision at hand that is evaluating based upon the inputs what my policy pricing will be based upon the different coverages, etc. But also the dynamic form behavior. When should I render to the end user that field which asks about the level of coverage or evaluating based upon user inputs thus far, going down different directions potentially, not just in terms of that pricing decision, but also in terms of what additional information might be requested of the end user.